Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Kushner, and we're going to go ahead and take our movie from Stop Motion Studio and bring it into iMovie. So you should have already exported yours to the camera roll, so that if you look there, your movie should be there. Yours is 100 frames, which is at least 10 seconds. Mine's a lot shorter because this was just a demo. So what I'm going to do is the very first thing you need to do before you even install iMovie, if you haven't before, is make sure that you've gone to Settings, General, Software Update, and make sure that you have 13.5. You'll notice next to Software Update, if you have a little 1 with a red circle, that means you need to do the update. So you should do that first if you want iMovie to work properly. Then you can get the app from self-service, or if you already have it, it will update. And I'm going to go ahead and click my iMovie, and it will take you to your projects like this. You'll press the plus sign and click movie. And now I'm going to go ahead and go to video, and I'm going to go ahead and find my movie. There it is. And click the check mark. And then I'll go to the bottom and click create movie. And now I've got my movie. The very first thing I want to do is add a title. So something cool that you can do, if you click on this, you'll see T for title on the bottom, but the title is going to go on top of your movie. You don't want that. So you can actually make your own title screen, and I'll show you a demo of how to do that. Or you can use an app like Spark Post or Sketchbook or Pic Collage, anything you like. I'm going to just go ahead and hold my home button and my power button one time. It's going to take a screenshot. And when I click it, I'm actually going to drag, and I'm going to get the gray background. And then I'm going to click done. And I'm going to save it to my photo. So that just makes a gray box. If I go to my photos right now and I click on that gray box, I can go up to edit on the top right. And I'm going to go on the top right. There's a circle with 3 little dots in there. And I'll click markup. And now I've got some painting tools. So I can pick any color I want. And I'm dealing with pigs here. So I'm going to go ahead and pick like a pink pig color. And I can click a marker. And if you click on the tool that you like, you see there's different tools like this marker. If I click on it one time, I can actually change the size of my brush. So I want to make it as thick as possible. I can also change the opacity and make it see-through. And I'm just going to go ahead and make some paint marks. And so I'm just kind of going back and forth, just making kind of a loose background. And again, you can take some time on this and make it look however you want. Instead of having this gray background, I think I'm actually going to get some red in there. And I'll go back over it with a lighter pink. So you can just kind of experiment with this. It's kind of fun. You can pinch it to make it a little bigger. So I'm just getting some different light and dark pinks. Just make kind of a nice background. There we go. And I'm going to click done. So that's just a background. I'll click done again. And now I can go into iMovie. And I'm going to bring it in. So if I go over on the top right where it says photos, and I can go to all, and I'll just click my pink background, it's going to give me a choice to click the plus. And now the plus goes to the beginning. Okay, now you'll see how it's moving. If I like that, I can keep it. If I don't like it, I can click. And where it says Ken Burns enabled, I can actually click that and disable it. So I actually think I like the moving. I'm going to keep that. The other thing you can do is from the beginning, if you hold your finger, you can shrink it. And at the top, under where it says My Movie 6, it's telling me how many seconds. So I think 2.5 or like 3 seconds is plenty for a title. And I'm going to go to the bottom and click T for title. And you can pick any of these. Your goal is to make it clear and easy to read. I kind of like pop-up because it's fun. And mine's a fun animation. But if you have something more serious, obviously, pick a more serious one. You can double click on it. And then you can go ahead and add your title. So in my movie, we have Peppa and George. So I'm just going to keep it simple. All right. And there's my title, Peppa and George. And I click done. And if I want to go back and review it, I press the play button here. There we go. Now, if I want to record my voice over this to make the title kind of come to life, I can go in the microphone on the far left here in the middle, click that one time, and then I'm going to click record. and it'll give me a 3, 2, 1 count. Peppa and George. And I can click stop, and then I can review it. Peppa and George. And if I like it, I can click accept. If I don't like it, I would retake it. Accept. And then I can hold it down with my finger and kind of move it back or forth. Let's see how that goes. Peppa and George. All right, I like the flow of that. Now, we're going to move to the sound effects. So I'm looking what's happening. Peppa and George are walking in. So I'm going to go on the right side here, and you see right now I'm on media. I'm going to click audio, and I'm going to go to sound effects. So one thing that I know is that Peppa likes to laugh. And so there is a sound effect here, giggle. I can actually click on the sound effect on the name, and I can listen to it. So I could click on it again and turn it off. You can listen to all of these, find the one you like, and I can click the plus sign, and that's going to add the giggle. Now, if I move my finger like that and I click on it, there's an option to say split. Split is going to cut it. So let's say I only want the first part. Okay, let's say I want it to end there. I click split again, and then I can click delete. It's going to delete the rest. And let's say I want to delete that first part because nothing was really happening. And let's hear her giggle. I can move it back. Okay, so I like her giggle. Now, I need a sound effect for these cards sliding. So I've got two choices. I could actually click on my microphone again, and I could actually just try to make the noise myself. So I could look around and see what I have. Like, right now I have a blanket right here. If I make a sound of rubbing the blanket on my leg, that kind of sounds like a card sliding. Let's try it. So I click my microphone, and I click record. Here's my 3, 2, 1. And let's hear how that sounds. Okay, so if I like that, I can click on that. I'll click accept. And I'm going to put it to this part where the cards are sliding in. So let's hear how that sounds. Okay, so I think that actually works really well. The other thing that I can do is I can go to Safari. And I like this website called Freesoundorg. So if you type freesound.org and press go, right now I'm logged in. I'm going to log out just to show you. If you click the login button, we have a password, a name and a password. So the name is Shoot Media, and the password is CH Media. And then you can click login. And once you log in, you can do a search. So let's say I like the idea of cards sliding. So I'm going to see if anything comes up for that. It's kind of a rare sound. And here I have sliding ATM cards. Let's click on that and we can hear it. Okay, and you can see below there's a note. This is the sound of me sliding the thin edge of my credit card along a wood table. So that's how the person created this sound. If I like it, I can click download, and I'll download it right now. And where it's going to go, if you look on the top, I've got a down arrow. It's going to my files. All right, so we're going to let it download, and you'll know that it's done downloading when this blue line goes all the way to the right. So we can see it's happening now. And you can search as many sounds as you want. So this is how you can get something a little more specific. And once it's all done, see the blue line is done. Okay, I can click back and go into iMovie. And now when I do audio like this, I click audio. Actually, I'm going to go back, to media. And we're going to go, again, I'm in media. I'm going to click files because it went to my files. And you can see this Engrit sliding ATM. So if I click that one time, there it goes. Okay, and you can hear it over here. So let's say I like that sound. I could click on that, and I could split that, and I could delete the rest. And let's say I delete my recording. I like this one better. Let's hear how it sounds. All right, and then I want the sound of them sliding back out. So I could actually extend that. And then maybe I want her to giggle again. I could click duplicate. So now I have another giggle. Like she can giggle on the way out. And maybe I wanted to add a sound when they're flipping over. I mean, there's all kinds of things that you can do. Let's just see how that looks so far. Peppa and George. All right, and I think that works. So when you're done with the movie, the very last step, I could go back to my photos and just bring in that screen again for the end. I'll add that. And then I want to give credits. So again, this is way too long. Oops. Click on it gently and just drag it in. So it's just short. And I'm going to add a title here. And I'm going to call it. So this is where you can say thanks for watching, but also make sure you give yourself credit for doing it. So I want to say like, bye, Mrs. Kushner. And sometimes it's a little bit delicate. It doesn't work the first time. You try it again. Should let you tap on it. Double click. There we go. And that's where I can write bye. And go to my colon. Bye, Mrs. Kushner. And you'll put your name. And then done. And once you're totally done with that, you'll click the done button. And then you can go to the box with the arrow and export it to your camera roll. So we'll click Save Video. And I'm going to click HD 720, which is like medium quality. You don't want too big of a file. And once it exports, I click OK. And then my file should be in the photos and it's ready. Here it is. It's ready to put into my Google Drive. All right. Enjoy. Have fun. Can't wait to see those